it's Kritika. Welcome back to my channel. I am in Budapest in Hungary right now. It's my first time here in this country, and over the last 2-3 years I've actually made so many plans to visit this place. They've never materialized somehow, so I'm really happy to be here and honestly already in love with the city because look how beautiful it is. So it's officially day one of sightseeing here in Budapest. I've actually been here for the last couple of days, but I'm in Budapest for 9 nights, so it's quite a long trip. And because I do 2-3 month long trips, I kind of have to work along the way as well. So I schedule in like work days too. But this here behind me is my Airbnb. I'm sharing this with a friend of mine. Her room is next door and it's such a beautiful space. It's also in such a great location. And one really cool thing about this Airbnb is that the rooftop of this building is where Katy Perry's Firework was shot, which is super cool because back in college I used to be a big fan of Katy Perry and the song as well. But anyway, I've booked a walking tour for myself today. After having done so many walking tours now, I've realized that the kind of tours that I like are the ones where they are telling you stories, because those are the things that I remember and I care about also. So the one I'm doing today is with a guy who's actually a script writer, and the description of the tour said it's going to be very story centric. It's 3 hours long, so gonna head outside, grab some coffee and then do my walking tour. We kicked off our tour at St. Stephen's Square, diving into some of the fascinating history of Budapest and Hungary. One of our first stops was the monument to the victims of the German invasion during World War II. Along the way, we learned about the current political scene too, which added another layer to the experience. The best part of this tour was that we stopped at so many hidden spots that we would have totally missed on our own, like this tiny statue of Kermit the Frog just chilling by the sidewalk. Our guide also gave us a bunch of amazing food and drink recommendations. Eventually, we made it to the Hungarian Parliament building, which is actually known to be the most beautiful parliament building in the world, and I cannot disagree, it looks so beautiful. We also visited the Shoes on the Danube Memorial, which was incredibly moving. It honors the Hungarian Jews who lost their lives during the war, and standing there just hits different. All in all, this tour was such a great way to get a feel for Budapest's history, art, and those quirky little things that make the city unforgettable. That walking tour was incredible, and I feel like I learned so many cool facts about Hungary and also saw like a lot of amazing things along the way. So a few things that I found interesting were things that were invented here in Hungary are the Rubik's Cube, the ballpoint pen, vitamin C, and our guide mentioned a few other things, so I had no idea about that. Also, there's an interesting connection between Hollywood and Hungary, and the production houses Paramount and Fox were actually founded by Hungarian people, and there's a building over here that our guide took us to on the tour where apparently so many movies have been shot, which I thought was so fascinating. Lots of like fun facts on this tour, and it was just so amazing. So I'll leave a link to this tour in the description. But one of the things you have to do when you're in Budapest is a boat tour. So this behind me is the Danube River, which flows across a lot of different countries. I think Austria, Slovakia, here. I've just booked a boat tour for myself, which is 1 hour long. Let's get on the boat and explore Budapest by the water. So just got on the boat and it's actually quite packed. There's Rose, who I'm traveling with. And they've given us welcome drinks. We've got a glass of wine. I feel like we're gonna get really nice views of the city on this boat ride, so I'm excited for it.
Always try to leave a little part of me off somewhere deep inside you, but the ones that I've been breaking off lately just seem so far from my truth. I watched your eyes both part in tears like they were Moses, and your Savior standing off on distant shores, wondering if I had ever really noticed the man I was before, if he was there anymore.
Oh my gosh, look how pretty the sky is. Just got done with the boat ride and that was so beautiful. I feel like sunset was such a great time to do it. Even though a lot of people online recommended doing it at night, which I might do as well, but the sunset colors right now just look so beautiful. And because we caught everything at the golden hour, like the buildings looked so nice, everything was just spectacular, especially the Parliament building looked so beautiful. So yeah, this was totally worth doing. Also, I forgot to mention this, but this river Danube basically divides the city into two sides. So the other side is called Buda and the side I'm on is called Pest. And Buda is basically the more like older side where the castle and old school buildings are, and Pest is the more modern side, which is where I'm staying and which is where I think it's preferable to stay. So I'm staying in District 5, which is more touristy, but everything is walkable from here, like all the things I want to see. So I'm quite happy with the location we're staying at. But anyway, just walking back into the main center of the city now and gonna grab some dinner.
I always thought I could predict both our futures from the way your lips went sailing.
Getting some apple strudel for dessert.
Open my
So for dinner, we've come to this really amazing Asian restaurant.
send me off to find another eye.
That looks so good. After dinner, we decided to explore the nightlife of Budapest, and the city really comes alive at night. Our first stop is Simpla Kurt, Budapest's most iconic ruin bar. It's quirky, chaotic in the best way, and feels like you've stepped into an art installation that also serves beer. And if you're up for something totally unexpected, there's a McDonald's that transforms every Friday and Saturday night into a rave. Think deep sea or starry skylight shows dancing across the ceiling, live DJ sets, and a vibe that's anything but fast food. And for a more laid-back vibe, the city is full of cocktail bars, perfect for a late-night drink and great conversation. Good morning, everyone. It's day 2 in Budapest, and today we're exploring the Buda side. So we crossed over the river from Pest to Buda, which is where I am right now. And this side of the city is so much greener. As soon as you get here, you can kind of tell that this is more historical and the greener side of the city. There are a lot of things to do over here. So we're starting off with Buda Castle. So from the Buda side, you get some amazing views of the Pest side that you can see in the back. There are tons of bridges connecting the two cities. The most iconic one, which is kind of like a symbol of Budapest, is the chain bridge. That's not the bridge we walked over though, but yeah, you can just walk over any of these bridges. There are also trams connecting the cities, so it's quite easy to get around over here. I'm not sure what's happening here, but there's like a parade going on. So the Buda side of the city is quite hilly and there's a lot of elevation. So to get from one place to another, you may have to climb a lot of stairs like this one behind me. So we're walking up to Buda Castle right now. There is a funicular ride that you can take to the top, which is probably much quicker, but I think it's overpriced. It's like around 10 euros, which just for a quick funicular ride didn't really make sense. And we just have to walk up these stairs, I think, to get to the top. So it's not so bad.
The birds are chirping, and the sun gonna shine. And I tell you one thing.
Oh my god, you get such amazing views of the Pest side from here. It is so beautiful.
Let's make it brighter while we got time. We are people that make it happen. You and me just reach out and grab.
Made it to the top of Buda Castle, and honestly I don't know why people take the funicular because the stairs weren't too much and the views were just amazing along the way. But anyway, this castle back in the day housed a bunch of Hungarian kings, but nowadays it houses a few different museums. So this behind me is the Hungarian National Gallery, and I think there are a couple of other museums as well. I'm not sure I'm checking any of them out today, but the views from here are just spectacular.
I don't know what you've been told, but it's our time, yeah, it's our world. We're all people that make it happen.
So done at Buda Castle and just walking over to this cafe that a lot of people online recommended. So Buda, I think, has a bunch of different hills. The two popular ones are Castle Hill and Gellert Hill. Right now I'm on Castle Hill, which is where all the historic stuff is. And if time permits and if I feel up to it, I might hike up Gellert Hill as well, which is like the taller hill, and you get amazing views of the city from there. Oh my god, so many stairs here in Buda.
I see a difference. The day will come when all our troubles we've overcome.
So walking around Castle Hill, I've made it to Fisherman's Bastion, which you see behind me. So this building is actually a church. It's called Matthias Church. And the architecture of this place is just so interesting and stunning. The roof looks super cute with the colorful tiles. And just around the corner, we actually stopped for a quick snack. We went to this bakery, which is very popular. I think it's from the 1800s. And I got this cream cake over there, which was delicious. But the Fisherman's Bastion is basically a fortress from back in the day, and right now there's like viewing platforms. I think a part of it is free, but to go inside the church and this other viewing terrace, you need to buy an entry ticket. So I might do that because honestly this is looking so pretty. Wow, this is so beautiful. I'm inside Matthias Church right now, and this is so beautiful. It's magnificent. So there's an entry ticket to get inside here. I think it's like €7. And besides the church, you can also access the museum that's inside the church, which is what I'm walking up to right now. Honestly, I think this might be one of the prettiest churches I've been to. It's just so beautiful, and there's also like a viewing platform on top where you can see the entire church from. Fisherman's Bastion is honestly so beautiful. It really looks like a fairy tale, the buildings over here. The church we went to was stunning. Right now we're at a cafe over here which has the best view of the Parliament building and basically the Pest side of Budapest. And Rose has gotten herself a burger. I'm kind of just like giving her company. The views over here are amazing. Done exploring Buda, and honestly, this side of the city is just so beautiful, especially Fisherman's Bastion, I think was my favorite. Anyway, I think I'm gonna head back to the Pest side, probably cross over at the chain bridge. So I'm back on the Pest side, and the walk back was just so beautiful. The sky was stunning. But anyway, for dinner today, I kind of wanted to try out some Hungarian food. So typically Hungarian food isn't very vegetarian friendly. It's a lot of meat. But there are a few dishes that are vegetarian. For example, there's langos. It's basically like a pizza, like a flatbread. So there's a place that my guide recommended the other day. So I'm going to try that out and see if there's any other Hungarian food that I can try out as well. So my food is here, and for dinner today I'm trying out the vegetarian langos. I think that's how it's pronounced. It kind of looks like a pizza, but for dinner I'm not alone here. I'm joined by my friend Roshan.
Hello.
So we actually know each other because Roshan was on my group trip, my first ever group trip that I hosted to Bali.
Yeah.
And it was such an amazing trip. And it's so cool that like she just happened to be in Budapest, so we connected.
I know, I saw one of her stories and I was like, Kritika, I'm coming to Budapest as well, so let's meet.
It's so nice to like meet you again.
I know.
And yeah, we have a lot of food, honestly. This looks extremely heavy, but let's dig right in. Good morning everyone, it's a new day in Budapest, and today I'm kind of having a chill and relaxed day. So right now I'm at this place called the Hero Square, and as the name suggests, it's called this because it has statues of a lot of Hungarian national leaders. So unfortunately there's some construction work happening in the back there, but this is a massive square and there's a lot around it as well. Behind this is the city park, which I'll go check out later, but over here you can see the Museum of Fine Arts. There's another museum in the back there as well, and this is honestly such a massive square. So that there is the Hero Square, and right behind it is the Budapest City Park. Now, this back in the day used to be only for the nobility. It was like a hunting ground, I think. But during the 18th and 19th centuries, this got converted into a public park. And what's really cool about this is that this is one of the world's first public parks, which is insane. And it's so beautiful. There's a lot to do in this complex. There's a castle in front of me which looks stunning, and you can, I feel like, easily spend hours over here walking around this park. This literally feels like I'm inside a real life fairy tale. It's so pretty. As you can see, there's a lot to do here. That's where I started. That's the Museum of Fine Arts. Walked here, and this is the castle, and that's where I'm heading next. Just been taking a stroll through this park, and it's honestly so beautiful and peaceful in here. But the main reason I'm here in this area today is because I wanted to check out a thermal bath. Now, in case you didn't know this, Budapest is actually known as the spa capital of the world, and there are tons of thermal baths. The most popular one is the one in this area near the Hero Square called Széchenyi Thermal Bath, if I'm pronouncing it right. It is the more touristy one, but based on the reviews I've read online, I feel like it's worth doing. So I decided to check it out, and I'm actually exploring solo today. I don't think I've ever been to a thermal bath solo, so that should be a fun experience. It's right across the street, I think like a 5-minute walk from here. So I bought my ticket for the thermal bath online, and I basically have like an all-day pass, and I got the pass with a private changing room. So it was 32 euros, and you're supposed to take your own towels and slippers inside unless you want to pay a lot of money to rent them. So I am doing that. My bag right now is kind of packed, but yeah, I'm super excited for this because I've been traveling for like over a month right now. So I think a thermal bath would actually be very relaxing and amazing. This massive building that you see behind me is the thermal bath. There are, I think, 18 pools inside, so it's huge. And once you buy the ticket, they have many different types of tickets. So once you buy it, you can basically spend all day there and access all of these pools. They also have something called a sparty, which is like a spa party. I feel like I may have enjoyed that when I was younger, but I don't think that's my vibe anymore. So I didn't do that. But they also have like massage services and things like that. I kind of just got the basic pass with the private changing room, which I think is good enough for me for today. Thankfully, I bought tickets online so I can avoid the crowd. The online counter is completely empty. They gave me this wrist strap, which is the key to my cabin. So this is my cabin slash changing room. It's quite basic, but I can also store all my luggage here, so it's very convenient to have.
Wake up to these better days.
Oh my god, it's so cold outside.
Flowers grow through the cracks in the pavement. Fresh kicks and my favorite jeans. Stepping out, living loud and free. Walking around like a brand new melody. Hear me when I'm singing that. Oh, 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 oh. And it keeps getting better. It only gets better. Oh, 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 oh. And it keeps getting better. It only gets better.
So back in my room now, and today has honestly been so relaxing. That thermal bath, if I have to give you a review of it, I really enjoyed the experience. Even though because it's the most popular thermal bath here, it was quite crowded and touristy, but I still think it was a really great experience because just architecturally, like the thermal bath was so beautiful, especially the outside area. Inside as well was really nice. Some of the pools were closed, and also I feel like a lot of the pools were kind of similar in the sense that they had similar temperatures, but they had so many different pools, a bunch of different saunas, so I used all of that. And I'm so glad I booked the cabin because I think that just made the whole like changing and storing my stuff a lot easier than having lockers. Something to keep in mind is that the showers were shared between men and women, but honestly overall it was like such a chill experience, and I was kind of worried that everywhere I go to, like, you have to leave your towels and slippers outside, and I was carrying my own, and I thought I might lose them or someone might steal it, but obviously that didn't happen. So yeah, I'm glad I got to do this. I had a great time, and after that I kind of just walked back to my Airbnb, which is like a 45-minute walk. It was down this avenue which was so beautiful, and I stopped on the way to eat some Thai food for dinner. Honestly, I feel like when I'm traveling in Europe, I end up eating Thai food a lot for some reason, which I don't even eat much back home. But the flavors are just similar to the kind of food that I really enjoy. I think I just end up craving rice in general because I grew up in Tamil Nadu. But yeah, I'm gonna try and crash early tonight because tomorrow morning I have booked a photo shoot for myself at like 7:30 a.m. So I've done this in a few other cities as well, but basically I wanted to get some nice photos of myself in Budapest. So I booked something on Airbnb Experiences. Let's hope I wake up and make it there on time because it is quite early and I'm really not a morning person. So I'm gonna crash now and see you all tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. So I woke up super early, got dressed, and got here to Fisherman's Bastion for my photo shoot. But for some reason, the photographer had to cancel last minute, which is unfortunate because this has honestly never really happened with me with Airbnb Experiences. But they offered to give me a refund and said that when I'm back in the city next, they'll give me like a free photo shoot. So I guess I have to be back in the city again soon. But I'm not mad about this, honestly, because everything just looks so beautiful right now. The Pest side looks amazing from here. The views are just so spectacular that I'm so glad that I woke up early today. And today is actually my last day here as well, so I'm really glad that I woke up and got to enjoy this view.
When I find an outlet, when I find an outlet, I'm gonna plug myself in. I'll plug myself in. When I turn the light out, when I turn the light.
I think this might be my favorite part of Budapest. It's honestly so beautiful, especially at this time of the day. So I'm so glad I woke up early today.
It's got the shape of you.
Today is actually the coldest day in Budapest. In fact, on this entire trip, it's like 3 or 4 degrees. So I'm actually freezing, but the sun feels nice and I'm quite enjoying this walk.
There's a ghost in my head. It sounds just like you.
So it's been quite a chill morning so far. There was one cafe that I was really dying to check out over here in Budapest. It's called New York Cafe and it's supposed to be one of the most beautiful cafes in the world. But we walked up there and there was a really long line to get in. I should have seen it coming, sort of, but anyway, didn't really want to stand in line. So I've come to this other cute cafe that we walked past and ordered myself a coffee here. I do still want to try out the New York Cafe, so hopefully I'll go see if I can get in later today. But for now, just enjoying my coffee here.
Here abroad, I'd like to spend a year. Maybe take myself across the sea and see what there might be to see. I'll meet you on a beach.
This here is the central market of Budapest. Thought we'll walk around and quickly check this out. Wow, this place is massive.
There's a ghost in my bed. It's got the shape of you. There's a ghost in my head.
So it's been quite a chill and laid back day. Because I started super early in the morning, I kind of just ended up going and taking a nap in the afternoon. But out for dinner right now, my last meal in Budapest. I don't know how time flew by. I'm here with my friend Rose. And yeah, I can't believe our trip has come to an end.
I know, I'm sad.
Maybe you have to speak into this. But yeah, it's been so much fun hanging out with Rose. We actually ended up spending a whole month together, a little over a month.
Yeah, 5 weeks.
5 weeks. So yeah, just enjoying our last meal together.
Around